is, I guess we were kind of just to let you know, because it looks like you're organizing things. This is your banner, so I think we lead and then everybody walks behind, and then throughout the day we rotate carriers or something, or what do we do?
Yeah, right on. Remember, as we're going down this route, that these are our friends and neighbors, and we want them to be with us on our next parade. We want them to be at the Capitol on the 17th of July to fight socialized health care in the House of Representatives, and we need your help. Okay, I would like a couple of ladies, if you wouldn't mind, and maybe the lady next to you, if y'all wouldn't mind helping us carry the banner, the Tea Party Patriot banner up in the front. I would like to start out with the clowns up in the front, and then I would like the banner, and then I would like 25 Patriots. I would like for us to try to line up 5 across, 5 deep. Then we'll have the sound band. Then we'll have more Patriots, 5 across, 5 deep. Then I think we've got some of the antique cars coming. Are they coming up, James? Okay. Did
right here. We have our truck right here.
Okay. I'm going to turn this over to my son James. He's the main legs on this deal, and I'm going to go hunt up the antique cars. Thank you again for being here.
Can you put that on the microphone?
Good cause. Basically, we're handing out literature today to let people know about the protest we're going to have on the 17th at the state capitol. It's a Friday night, I believe. We set it up that way because this organization and this grassroots movement has only been started for about 3 or 4 months. And on April 15th, we were able to get 1.2 million people across the country protesting tax and spend politicians. Here in Sacramento, we had over 15,000. We're looking to double that. She'll be bringing up the literature. I have about 2,500 pieces of literature that we can hand out along the parade route and at Royer Park when everybody ends up there. And again, just engage your community because these are your neighbors, these are your friends, these are your family. The people we are upset at are the tax and spend politicians, not our community. Okay, and you can save your anger for the 17th because there'll be plenty of it brewing up at the state capitol.
That's 9 in the morning?
That's 9 in the morning, that's correct, yep. I have a question for everybody. I'm just going to try to get us warmed up a little bit here. If there's those of you that don't like being taxed to death, I want you to all to say hey, hey at the count of 3, okay? If you don't like being taxed to death. 1, 2, 3. Hey! That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you don't like the way our politicians are spending our children's future and our grandchildren's future, I want you to say ho, ho at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho! All right, now I think you guys can kind of see where I'm leading with this. Now, where we're going to go here is, hey, hey, ho, ho, tax and spend has got to go. So let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. Hey, hey, ho, ho, tax and spend has got to go. Pretty good. Right on. Give yourselves a hand. Right on. I just want to say, too, we have a lot of military personnel here today, and I think everyone in our group would like to say thank you to each and every one of them for the service that they've provided to our country. Give them a hand, folks. Give them a hand. Absolutely. They have done their part. We have some people here in the audience that are pretty special, too. We have a lady here from Oklahoma City, and her name is Cindy Crenshaw. And she was, it's an interesting story because she thinks this is real important to come out here and march today to let the government know that we're not going to take this anymore. And it's an interesting story because she served in the military from roughly 1977 to 1981 ballpark. And in 1980, she was stationed over in Germany, and there was a group over there, several of them, Bader Meinhof being one of them, that set off a terrorist bomb, and she was hit in that terror bomb, and she is now a double amputee. And she feels that it is important enough to come out here that she's going to walk with us here today. So her dad also is a Korean War veteran, and her husband is a Vietnam-era Air Force veteran, and I think we should just give them a real big hand today for joining us. Thank you, Cindy.
Okay, we got a Mustang that wants to come through. Sorry, I didn't realize.
It's okay, we're good. It'll pick it up.
Hello, hello. Cindy, we'd like to get a little bit of information for you. Maybe you can let us I'm just going to give you some basic questions.
Maybe on the internet.
All right, I think we're ready to go here. We have Cindy Crenshaw here from Oklahoma City, and not Oklahoma City, Central Oklahoma, and she called me last week because she was coming up to visit her father, and she wanted to be involved with this movement and this parade. Like I was telling these fine people here, it's an interesting story because she served in the military and was stationed in 1980 over in Germany, and was a victim of a terrorist bombing, which she became a double amputee. Earlier this year in 2009, I believe it was, Cindy, you walked in the Oklahoma City Memorial, is that correct? And that was for to commemorate the victims of the Oklahoma City bombing. And
A little closer to her mouth.
and why do you feel it's important to be here today and to walk with us in this parade?
Well, I want to show the people that are here that they have fellow patriots all across the country. I want people to know it is so important that we fight for our country because I feel like it's going away very fast. We have children, grandchildren that won't have the freedoms that we had growing up. And I just feel that it's important to let the world know that we're not going to take any abuse from our government. And we want change. Change. Lots of change has been talked about, but we want our Constitution to be treated with respect. We don't want, I've seen it just going downhill in my short lifetime, especially when I was overseas, way back in the 70s and 80s. And I think we can change it for the better.
And now, if you were to tell your neighbors and somebody were to ask you about the Tea Party Patriots and you had to tell them something or you had to tell the community on whether they should get involved, would you say we're a bunch of right-wing extremists, or would you say that we're all a bunch of people here in our community and that they need to get involved?
Yes, I'm okay. It hasn't been that way that you're here. Live our life, with our businesses.
Yeah, well, hey,
We don't want all of our money taken. We don't want our money given to people that don't want to work for this. And everyone to have to work hard and we want a government that represents that.
Thank you, Cindy. That's really what it's all about, folks. It's about opportunities for our children and our grandchildren. We have had many opportunities in this country. It's a free country, and if we don't fight for it now, our children and our grandchildren will not live in a world that has the same opportunities that we live in. And I really just want to thank you for coming this evening. I really do, and your family.
Yes.